All right, guys, welcome to the World of Darkness. Now, World of Darkness is a storytelling game versus a standard role playing game, meaning that we do these through basically like chapter books. You have scenes, you have everything else. So, the story that we are going to tell in these small chapters in between our D&D sessions is the right of three wrongs. So, all of you, minus Bob, have had your little prologue. Bob, you actually get to have yours with the group as you lead. You will be the one leading us directly in to chapter 1.
Nice.
I wouldn't say that yet. It starts with you getting butt fucked.
Yeah. Smash cut.
The first wrong.
We see him
You're
walking
probably
down
wondering
the
how I
street.
got here.
Yeah.
You see him walking down the street, and you hear a cable snapping. He looks up and is flattened by a piano. All right, Bob, you can just log out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, good news, everybody. Chapter 1, actually, I just murder all your first characters that you learned how to make so that your second ones are a little
Oh,
easier.
great. Yeah.
So, congratulations.
Fantastic.
No, so, Bob,
Mhm.
you have worked your long day, of course, overnight at the zoo. And it's a fairly normal day for you for the most part, I guess. As you finally return to your small apartment, you notice that taped to the front door is an envelope. Of course, you'll reach for the envelope, take it inside with you. The apartment itself kept quite cool, even on this, early February morning. Inside the envelope, you find a small piece of parchment. The parchment looks yellow as if it had been old with time, but also feels to you very crisp, like it was brand new and newly made. Upon the envelope is a red waxen seal embossed with a large M. You hear a slight whisper in your ear that simply states, "Something doesn't feel right," and it's less of a whisper and more than a feeling, but yet you still hear the words. As you unfold the parchment, it reads as follows. Actually, hold that thought, because you know what, Bob? The thing you sent me doesn't have your name.
Oh, I'll just. It's very simple. You
What
won't
is your
forget
name?
it once I. Jack.
Jack.
He
Okay.
has, no
You're
last
fucking
name.
seriously gonna type it out and then have Blake say it?
Yeah. Well,
No,
I don't know how he wants to do this.
You're good, but no, I went to look at your. I was looking over your character
Yeah.
sheet again and went, wait a minute, I don't actually have the name.
I
So
forgot that entire top chunk isn't shown in that picture.
no, all good. So it says, "Dear Jack, my name is Mr. Barlow, and I have a proposition for you. I have a job that someone of your certain skills is required. I have made note to have several other associates join you on this, and upon completion, there's a payment of $500,000 and a chance to make your greatest wish come true. If you agree to this arrangement, if you will meet at the top of the Willis Tower this evening at 8 o'clock, this piece of parchment given to the doorman will allow entry. Hope to see you soon. Signed, M. Barlow." You feel again that more of that whisper to the right shoulder of yours that says, it's almost that feeling of just quiet contemplation and sort of an excitement. You finish up the rest of your morning like you usually do when you get off work, take a shower, have some food, get ready for the day, and go to sleep. So now we are into chapter 1. Once again, we start with Bob. So, Jack, as you arrive to the first floor of the Willis Tower, it is, of course, closed for most visitors, being that it's 8 o'clock in the evening. They have just the normal skylight that, kind of the tourist trap kind of deal where they can go to. But other than that, the actual office buildings itself, there's nothing really going on. What do you do?
You said it is open and locked. It's just that they're like
The
isn't
front
any foot
the front
traffic.
door is open. Yes, the Willis Tower was originally the Sears Tower, so they still have the top part that you can go into and overlook the city.
Mhm.
And they have that open on certain nights just so that people can see the nightlife kind of thing. But most of the main office buildings and then of course like the high-rise parts, all of that's closed.
Okay. Then there's pretty much just like, is there anyone around at all?
Well, yeah, there's a doorman. Well, I say doorman. It's more of the man that's by the elevator, but he was still considered a doorman.
Okay. I'll walk up to him and just ask him if he knows anyone with the last name Barlow.
He says nothing, but holds out his hand.
I will present him the letter.
As you do, he puts it in his pocket and withdraws for you a yellow card. It looks like a slot card that you could use at many of the parking places here in most cities. And then he directs you to an elevator.
I'm writing down.
One's right. Blake, can I make a request that anything that I have for merits or mental, I feel like a couple of us might apply with this, but can you just say if those are going to benefit a role that we need to make, can you PM that?
If there are certain things that I feel it needs to be PM'd versus saying aloud, I will.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I will go into the elevator that he has gestured me to.
Okay. So as you're in the elevator, you notice that, of course, there's, over 300 like different choices available. Not all of them obviously are floors, but there's just different things that you can pick. At the very, very top, there is a slot that looks like it would fit that yellow card.
I'll slide the yellow card in and see if
And it's
anything
a
happens.
slide in.
Oh, slide in like that.
Yeah. So as you slide it in, the card itself locks in place. After a moment, the elevator itself starts to ascend. The elevator music plays just a soft, somber tone. It could be something as easy as smooth jazz, or it could be a rock song that just the speakers themselves have gone out. But either way, it sounds eerily just against the vibe that you have feeling going into this. After what feels like longer than it should be for this elevator, even if such a large building, the elevator stops and the doors open onto a very vast opening hall. Inside the hall, there are 4 other people just milling about. Past them is a desk, a very large desk with a very oaky coloration to it, and a large red chair that is empty.
I'll approach the 4 people. Are they facing away towards the desk or just?
As the elevator
Yeah,
opened, I'm sure most of them probably looked to your direction when they hear the elevator ding. But other than that, no one has really given much notice to anything.
Okay. I'll just walk up to whichever one of them is closest.
Well,
And-
actually, one of them you seem to recognize a little bit.
Okay.
So
The one that I
need
Uh-huh.
everyone to describe their characters in order. So, Bob, go ahead and tell everybody what you look like. So, for the rest of the characters, you guys have been milling about in this room for maybe about 5 or 10 minutes. It hasn't been long. And each of you has noticed as the course the door opens, someone comes in, and words haven't really been said other than maybe like just gestures of hi. It's a very no one knows anyone. It's kind of a tense situation as it is. The air itself just feels almost tense to you with like an energy. So this is where we'll start with all of our characters. But Bob, go ahead and explain what you look like for the rest of the crew.
somewhat pale, not necessarily like Mike sitting in a dark room with nothing but a computer monitor lighting up his face for 18 hours a day, but still
I
very
got a little
pale.
light. I got a little light. I can't change it too much because they'll fuck up the camera. But I got a little light.
Pretty pale. He looks not necessarily emaciated, but like, yeah, he could go for a good meal. And the hair wise is just like a standard God, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's like a low fade kind of looking thing, longer on the top, shorter on the sides, and just kind of like a scraggly, not like super long, but scraggly beard. It's maybe a couple inches. It looks like he probably doesn't clean himself very often.
Okay.
Clothes wise, just a pair of like slacks and a shirt. Nothing. He's not like in a suit or anything. Just barely above jeans and a t-shirt.
Sure. So as your character, as Jack goes into it, of course, the first person he wishes to approach is someone that he's seen a few times and maybe spoke with, but not a lot of well known to it, and that would be Trevor's character. Trevor, would you like to explain to everyone, describe yourself to the group so they know what you look like?
Sure. My character is about my height. He's like 5'7". He's a little younger than me. He's about
You're not
24.
5'7".
I am.
I thought
Uh,
you were shorter.
no, I'm 5'7".
Oh, okay. Go on.
At least that's what his Tinder
He-
profile says.
he's a bit younger than me. He's about 24 years old. He's been out of college only for about a couple years. He's also kind of pale, but not like emaciated looking, just from the fact of he doesn't go outside very much. He's got a multi-pocketed like zippered jacket, like kind of one of those kind of like punk jackets, sort of. It's kind of made of like the canvas material, and he's got like long cargo pants on, and he's just kind of milling about, looking at his phone.
Okay. So the next person that Jack notices is Tom. Tom, would you explain your character?
Yeah, I do have a voice, by the way.
Yay! Wow.
All right.
Well, my character's name is Oliver Sellis. He's a guy who works as a 911 operator.
Tom. You're just describing what you look like.
Okay.
Oliver Sellis.
He's
So he works
Sellis.
as
Yeah.
So he's got black hair, brown eyes. He also has a button up. He's got a lanyard. Always wears the lanyard. Has a picture of himself smiling, grinning, very big grin, and he's just looking around, not really knowing what he's doing there. So just black shoes, black hair, brown eyes, and looks like he just got off work.
the question is he just staring at a picture of himself smiling right now?
Doesn't have a phone. It's just,
That's what it sounded like you were describing, is that he has a picture of himself smiling. He's just like
is it a pizza lanyard, Thomas?
Standard issued lanyard. They don't let their employees have the lanyards of their choice.
All right.
Shame.
So then next up would be Austin. Austin, would you like to describe your character for the group?
Okay. He's got. Shoot, page backed up. All right. He's a young-looking fellow, kind of like the chiseled jawline, dirty blonde hair, kind of comes down to like right above his eyes and kind of comes off to the side. He's wearing a loose-fitting. I wouldn't say so much as a thermal, but just kind of like a baseball tee, and looks like some jogging pants, like those, like kind of like tighter jogging pants, and some like low cut like black Adidas shoes. And he's probably just sitting over there, probably on his phone, wondering, just looking at that. But, and he's Caucasian and he's 5'11", roughly 180.
Fair enough. And now for the last person that Jack sees. Mike, would you like to explain your character?
Sure, Dad. So he is white, Caucasian male. He's about late 30s, early 40s. Slight graying in his facial hair, but the hair on his head still kind of remains the same. It's about medium length. He is wearing a traditional kind of preacher's getup, not the robes, but more or less like the button up.
Friar tuck.
No.
Yeah.
Stop.
That's what it's called.
Right.
But he's got a nice suit jacket over top of it.
Oh, so a friar tuck with a suit jacket.
He has all his hair. Stop it. It's my turn. It's
No, a friar tuck is the name of the shirt with the white collar.
Oh, I think as soon as you say friar tuck, I think like brown natty robes with a bowl cut and like a big
No.
So
The
stop,
name of the friar
Blake,
tuck.
it's not
is
me.
I know who I am.
Literal friar tuck.
He looks kind of mousy. He's got a really big belly. He started beating up the wolf sheriff with it.
Yeah.
His nose is a little red at the end.
Wolf in there, he's just slamming with his stomach around the floor.
Got a whoop ass stick. No.
There's a blind fox in the corner.
But he kind of has that traditional preacher getup, more or less the modernized one, where it's got like the suit jacket on top of it, and he's got a little plant that he found on a table close by, and just kind of turned it to the corner facing him, and he's got a cigarette, and he's like kind of got a shaky hand. He's ashing it in this plant, and just kind of like keeping an eye out, but also reciting prayer back to himself. Doesn't have a phone out or anything, just kind of talking to himself.
When you said he's ashing into the plant, I thought you were saying because he has it facing towards him. I thought you were going to say he's purposefully like blowing smoke into the plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
Fuck
that.
you, plant.
Anti-druid.
I'm the best of God's creations.
Yeah.
No, I meant like he meticulously was like finding the dead corner of the plant container, but not like the big potted one, just a little table one.
So, Jack, like I said, you actually have spoken to someone that's here once or twice. What would be the first thing that you would do?
I'm gonna look around, notice there isn't anyone sitting in that big red chair. Everyone's just kind of clearly waiting for something, and I'll walk up to the one that I know, and you said you're looking at your phone, Trevor?
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of stand in front of him and see if he notices me for a minute.
Oh, Jack, what are you doing here?
I got a letter from someone named Mr. Barlow.
I'm gonna sort of grab him and take him to the side a little bit. I got that exact same letter. I also got one addressed from that person. Told me to come here at 8:00.
Yeah, I guess the other guys here probably have the same then.
You got any clue what the hell this is all about?
Nope. He said he has a job that's good for us.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to talk to some of the buddies online, and nobody seems to know who this guy is.
Have you asked any of these guys?
Oh, no, I haven't talked to any of them. We all just got here about the same time. I just, I'm not really a people person, so.
Where? I'll make my way over towards the preacher.
Good evening.
What?
Good evening.
It's 8 in the morning.
I thought we were meeting at 8 at night.
Yeah, was it morning?
It's 8 p.m.
Oh,
Oh, get.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I could have
The
sworn it
preacher
said
remains
morning.
his composure.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
We're
Jack
just-
is the weird
It's
one
like
in the
evening.
group.
Evening. Jack's like, it's morning. And the preacher literally just like looks out a window at the setting sun.
Drags on his cigarette. Oh,
Hey,
boy.
what's in the cigarette?
What kind of plan is this?
It's been a long day. You know why we're here?
No, I'm here for the money. I'm just trying to make sure I do something that I take an opportunity and make the most of it.
We have two Southerners. We have the Colonel and Backwoods Hillbilly.
I fucking told you, Blake.
What?
I told him earlier, I was like, fuck, as soon as they hear me do a southern accent again,
It's the Colonel.
They were going to be like, oh, it's the Colonel again.
You have the one Southern accent we've heard you use that is, oh, well, get on out of the way.
Well, he ain't doing the Colonel. He's from Memphis.
That's fine. I'm just saying, he sounds like the Colonel.
Longer conversations. I don't have a picture of Foghorn Leghorn taped up for motivation.
No, Jack, I actually based off a guy at work. Except the guy at work has long, greasy hair, and I don't want him to be that gross.
World of Darkness.
Anyway. So I'm guessing you also got that letter.
Yes, I did.
I'll turn to the before I turn. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Marcus, Father Marcus.
Are you very particular on being called Father Marcus, or can I just call you Marcus?
I would rather be remembered for earning the name Father rather than earning the name Marcus.
Fair enough. Everyone just calls me Jack.
Well, if you don't mind, Jack, I am in the middle of a prayer, and but peace be with you, and hopefully we'll find out what we're doing here soon enough and out of each other's hair.
All right. I'll wander over to either of the other two remaining and see if either one of them looks up at me.
Well,
I
hello
think,
there.
I was gonna say, I think Tom's character does.
Yes.
I don't know how engrossed he is in his picture.
Oh, this thing right here, my picture. Oh, I love this picture. It's my favorite picture. I'm Oliver, by the way.
You said Oliver?
Yes, Oliver Sellis.
I'm just gonna call you Oliver. I don't
What's
need
your
a
name?
last name. Jack. That's
Oh,
what everyone calls me.
Jack, don't you worry, because I will just call you Jack. And do you know why we're here?
I'm assuming all for the same reason. Guessing we all got this letter. I keep
Oh,
holding my hand up like I'm holding a letter, but I know we handed it to the elevator guy.
You holding up your little arcade card?
Yeah. Holding up we all got this letter.
I
And
got
it's an
27
arcade
minutes
card,
left
and
at Chuck
everyone's
E.
like,
Cheese. Let's go.
Yeah.
Jack,
Everyone's like, this fucking idiot thinks cards are letters.
Jack, what did your letter say?
It said, Mr. Barlow. God damn it! Now I'm in the Foghorn Leghorn.
It's
I look
fun.
over at his letter. Oh, mine just said the same thing. $500,000. That's a lot of money, and it's a lot of money. Do you think we're gonna split this, or we get that each?
Well, there's 5 of us here, so that'd be 2.5 million. We're probably gonna split 500,000.
Well, let me
Since
tell you,
there's
I could
5
do a
of us.
lot of good with that $100,000. 100,000, 500,000. I'll take it all. I'm ready for whatever.
Letter said $500,000. I better be making $500,000.
Well,
I
it
just
is
want
a
to
good point
say,
to mention. It does not say it's split or not.
I do want to say, I enjoy Tom's happy-go-lucky character. It's nice because the rest of you, like, I love a lot of your backstories, but you're all very, yeah, we go day by day in this world.
Well,
of
I'm
darkness."
nervous as fuck.
And then there's just Tom. Hey guys, I'm just so happy to be here. It's a 500,000, 100,000, $10 in a Reese's. I'm good. Life's good.
Okay, the church ain't benefiting from $10 in a Reese's. My ass is out of there.
Bitch, I got no Reese's.
They even splurge for the white chocolate Reese's. Look at them.
Hey now, okay, let's talk.
All right, continue. Sorry.
Well, so I look over at Austin's character. Hey, did you get the same letter as all 4 of us? You probably did. We all 4 have the same letter.
Yeah. What's up?
Does yours say the same thing? $500,000? It's a lot of money.
Yes, they all say the same thing.
Well, I thought I'd just double check if there was some difference here. It seems like it does. I'm really interested. It's nice to meet you. I'm Oliver, by the way.
Okay.
Hello. Pleasure.
I didn't know Tom's theme music was gonna play in the background.
I saw the sign.
Oh, that was perfect.
Ooh, perfect timing.
I love it.
Oh no.
I love it.
No, I was just asking what Austin's character's name was.
Los.
It is nice to meet you. It's actually nice to meet everybody here. What are we doing here?
At that point, the door that hitherto did not seem to be there along the back wall opens, and a short, spidery looking man walks out. When I say spider, I mean thin, almost an anorexic type of thin. His fingers look just a little too long. His legs seem disproportionate to the upper part of his body. He has no hair on his head. His eyes are almost slits, but just enough that you can see barely a little hint of deep brown. He himself is wearing a very old style tux with the ducktails and everything, and pristine gloves of white. He doesn't say a word. He just slowly makes his way to the desk. As he sits down, he clasps his hands together and looks around and speaks to all of you. Well, it's nice to see that all of you did show. We're missing one, but I didn't think he would come at all. My name is Marcius Barlow. And to answer all your questions, yes, I do have a job. It is 500,000 per person. And all of you have the skill pieces that I need for it to succeed. It seems all of you have introduced yourselves to each other, so we'll skip some of the semantics there. The job that I need for you is a collection of sorts. I'm looking for someone, and I need you to go and get them, and to bring them here to me. Do not worry, it is nothing of a legal nature that I am asking of you, if that was a worry at all. They are a honored guest of mine, you would say, so no harm to them. And I'm sure if you explain what I need them here, they probably will come willingly. But they are detained, I should say, would be the easiest way to describe it, in their location. And I cannot see directly to where they are. So a little bit of sleuthing probably would be your best bet. I can give you where you have to start, but I can't go further than that. Any questions so far?
Yeah. Why would they be detained? Are you saying detained by like cops or they were kidnapped?
Oh, I think kidnapped would be the better term of phrase.
Okay. Okay.
Oddly enough, one of you has a small bit of relationship to this person of interest. And he looks over at Trevor's character. He is one of your awakened, and they are harnessing some of his natural abilities, as it were. And it would be best that you are a part of this group so that you can help remove him from those and get him to where I need him to be.
Okay, yeah. Let's not go throwing that term around. It's not that I'm not willing to help, but I don't know these people. Okay?
Of course. Nothing to worry about there. I'm not here to get into your other business or to explain it. I just figured, for you especially to know what your role is in this matter would be of utmost importance up front.
If you want to find somebody, I guarantee you I can find them.
Good. That's part of where this is at. But I will say that with what I do know about what is going on here, I would assume that the others' helpfulness would be available to you.
Collaboration is always appreciated.
Agreed. And, especially since you have many socialites here that may be able to speak to others on behalf of others here and make it a little easier to get through things. And then, of course, the muscle. I'm sure there's muscle in here somewhere, but that's not the point. Hopefully, there's no need for such things. Any other questions so far?
Well, then, I have a question. Just a real quick one. As a matter of fact, when you say awaken, was he asleep or taking a nap? Did we have to wake somebody up? Can you elaborate more on that?
Let's not.
Let's say yes. He is. It's not necessarily a coma. Say medically induced coma. Let's go with medically induced coma. And we just need to remove him from that.
Well, the money that you're asking for, I have no other questions. Thank you.
Excellent. Anyone else?
What you need with the church? I can bring that to the table. I'm not much more. I'm just a simple clergyman.
Ah, yes, Father, but you'd be quite amazed how many people will welcome the arms of a man of the cloth where they may turn away another random citizen. Think of it more as the front face that may be needed in negotiations.
You mean me to deceive with the word of
Not
God?
at all. Not at all. You don't have to tell them any lie.
Persuade might be the better word.
Ah, yes. I think that's good.
I don't like this, but that money is
Ah.
needed.
And of course, it can go directly to your coffers, if that is what you wish.
I'll go somewhere.
It's a lot of money, Father.
A lot.
You know you want to.
The fuck is that tone? Am I rolling charisma?
That sounded sexual.
Yeah.
You know you want me.
It's that gif I sent you, Blake. It's like, I didn't know I was gay. um, proceed, I guess.
Excellent. Anyone else?
Yeah, you said you might know where to get started. Do you have a location?
I do. There's a bar down on 5th and Broad. Sorry, I wrote real good. There's a bar down there on 5th and Broad. The barkeep there, Mr. McAnally, he was one of the last ones to speak to our missing associate. And he probably will be the best way to know the next step to proceed.
Was he friendly with the guy, or did he just know him?
Oh, he associated in the bar many times. Mr. McAnally is quite efficient with the comings and goings of many of the beings that live in our lovely little town.
Gotcha.
Any further questions? No? Excellent. Now, if you, of course, can complete this job, yes, the 500,000 is yours, and it can be wired directly to you or taken in as cash. And in doing a good job with it, you will have the chance to work for me once again when another one of these things happens. Of course, more money is readily available, and if enough jobs are done completely, there is the mention of a wish fulfillment of something that you want. I have the ability to, let's say, money and power is something I hold in spades. Yes, spades, I like it. And I can help with achieving those things. So feel free to think about what you want there. Say, oh, I don't know, small country to waft over, or the cure to a disease. I have friends that can help with that. I know that's something that other people may be looking into, or I have one. The good of helping, an entire group of people. I know some of you are good. Good is good. Bad is bad, but bad could also be good, and good could be bad. It doesn't matter. Yes. So 6th and Broad. There's a car waiting for you downstairs. Whom shall I give the keys to?
Yeah, I can take the keys. I'm a key guy.
Excellent. So he pulls out from his pocket a key ring and
Perfect,
hands
thank
it
you.
over to you.
See, the cool thing about this lanyard is I have a perfect area for the key. I have a couple keys, but this one I will remember. Thank you.
Yes, that's good. That's good. I like pizza.
You don't look it.
Well- Yes. So, without any further questions, you are welcome to be on your way. Keep your cards. That is how you get back into here.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. We just go the way we came. Is that still good to take the little escalator down?
The elevator, yes, of course. The escalator would be way too long.
That's exactly what I meant. The elevator. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
One
Off
more
with you now.
question.
Okay.
Who are we
Let's make that
looking
money.
for? Who are we looking for?
My sincerest apologies. Yes, I forgot to give you that. You are looking for a man named Griswold. He is known in other circles as Constantine, which is just I think you call it like a gamer tag, possibly. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I know what you mean.
They pick and choose their own.
Yes.
Can't really miss him. Long, lanky, beard out to here. Has an owl with him. The owl will be the dead giveaway. And I will, in advance, apologize on behalf of the owl.
Huh.
What do you mean by that?
When you meet him, you'll know.
Does the owl have a name?
He does. The owl's name is Daryl.
Daryl. Okay. Well, if we
Or
just call for
Dar-
Daryl, we can find
or
Daryl.
Darrell. I don't know how to speak it.
Been watching
You
a lot
said
of
he was-
Peacemaker. I expected Eagly. His pet eagle.
No, his name originally was Owly, but he decided he did not like that and decided to go by his own name.
They picked his
And then
own
it was Theodore, and now he's moved on to Daryl or Darrell.
name. The owl
I-
picks his name.
Yes. Again, when you meet him, you will understand.
Better be a talker now.
If
It would indeed.
That's a talk.
if
that's
he
a-
was
the owl talks.
It does.
Yeah, that kind of thing happens around here.
No, it doesn't. What are you talking? What?
if he was kidnapped, could they have taken his owl away from him?
You can try, but the owl doesn't really go far from him unless he chooses to. It's a very interesting set of circumstances. Have your friend here explain it to you. He can explain it better than I. Cricket. So,
For certain reasons, the owl can't leave a certain distance of his master. Is essentially what you need to know.
do not say master, because then that says that he is slave, and I promise you he does not take that well. Someone has said it before. Yes.
Especially
His
name.
human.
That's good. That's good.
Could it have been forcibly removed from him?
It would probably kill one of them to do so.
It would hurt a lot. Yes.
That's
Y'all
all
are
I
paying
know.
$500,000 each to go and get him. I imagine somebody's got a little bit of room to lose a henchman here or there.
Oh, what happens to the people holding him is none of my concern. If you can bring him forth peacefully, then that's perfectly fine. But if you cannot, again, the only person of interest for me is Griswold.
What happens if
Okay.
the owl don't want to go with him?
You can take that up with the owl.
Don't like that.
I don't think Daryl will go very far from Griswold.
Darrell.
Darrell.
Well,
There's probably another reason you don't like the whole master slave thing.
He's a brown owl.
Exactly. So
Hmm.
you were being racist when you said master.
I didn't mean it that way. But okay.
They never do.
some of my best friends are brown owls.
Okay, we good?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Ready.
All right, great. Let's go.
So as you guys head towards the elevator door opens and reveals that the elevator is quite a bit bigger than when each of you took it separately, enough to fit all of you comfortably.
It seemed bigger to y'all?
Yeah.
Yes, it does actually. Pretty big. A lot bigger, actually.
Sometimes. Yeah. It does look bigger.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was just going to mention how sometimes the way things present themselves on the outside aren't always the way they are.
I was going to say, I've been losing some weight. It's probably noticeable now, actually. Maybe that's what it is.
I ain't known you before now. I don't know.
It's
Still-
probably that, Oliver. You should keep it up.
Yeah, thank you. I'm doing really well, actually. I think it's the weight. I want to think it's the weight.
Yeah.
Okay. And well, you do. And you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Yeah.
Roll for it.
You do. You feel better.
Yeah.
Roll to lose weight this chapter.
You know what, Tom?
Roll to remember
you-
your diet.
You do feel better. Next time you have to make a composure check, you get an extra die. You do feel better.
Yeah.
Christ.
All right. I'm going to assume Oliver is going to push the button to go down because he's the one that seems most excited for this journey. As the elevator descends down to the bottom and opens up, once again, you are in the plaza of Willis Tower.
All right. Did he tell us what kind of car we're looking for? Did you see is it on the keys, like the brand, or like, I forgot to ask him what we were taking.
Yeah, let me take a look at it real quickly. I take a look at the key.
It's got a Honda emblem on it.
Well, that
definitely
narrows it down.
Honda.
Well, that narrows it down.
Yeah, Hondas are good cars too. I used to have a Honda. We should be able to
Reliable.
find it. Yeah, we're good.
Do the keys have a fob on them?
Does it, Blake?
It does.
Yeah, it does. And actually, that's a good point you bring up, Jake, because when I use it every time and I look for the light. We should be able to find the light. And I start pressing it.
When you do, you hear a very audible, chirp from outside.
Sounds like it's close.
Now, as you go
Oh.
out, you see this van. And I wish I was kidding. This is what it looks like.
Oh no.
Oh. Is it the mystery machine?
No, that one blew up.
The A-beam.
Yeah.
No, this is Russell who played Griswold. This is his second van. The mystery machine blew up.
Oh shit, he did have one called the mystery machine?
Yeah, Russell was a special character.
Oh lord.
Oh, wow.
So that's his
Really?
van. The only difference is the one pointing is painted as Griswold, and then the one in the background was just a big brown owl. It's got deer horns, by the way.
Is that Krieger from Archer?
Yep,
That is Krieger.
that's
from
his
us.
van.
So the dude's butt cheeks are exposed. Is that really the
Yes,
design on it?
yes, it is.
That exact design, but instead of Krieger, it's Griswold and an owl.
Well, Marcius has an interesting sense of humor.
I've never seen a design like that before.
How far is this? Can we walk?
Blake, I would know the relative distance from here to Fifth and Broad, wouldn't I?
Let's see here. Roll me your. It's going to be intelligence.
Okay.
Plus Streetwise.
Okay. That's
It's just basically your kind of how well you remember like where you are.
Oh,
So you have. Oh,
okay, there
that's
you go.
okay. So 10, 6, 5, 2. You know, how do I see all of the dice?
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I just see like the first few, and then it's like a dot dot dot.
See that?
There's a way to look at it though. I think.
I thought there was. This may become a hindrance.
Yeah.
Does anybody
Okay.
have enough dice to roll?
Hang on. No, I still can't see it all.
While we're sorting this, I'm gonna grab me another drink real quick. Okay.
Yep, no problem, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
I see 10, 6, 5, 4, 2, and there's 2 more I can't see.
I'm gonna get some water too, y'all.
10, 6, 5, 4, 2. Oh, here it is. If you hover over it on the, are you looking at the game log?
Yeah.
Yeah, just hold your cursor on it and it shows you all of
10,
them.
6, 5, 4, 2, 8, 2. So that's two successes, and you've got a 10, so you can roll another d10.
Okay, let me roll one more for you. There's another 10.
Okay, that's 3 successes. Roll another 10.
Okay. And that's a 3.
Okay, so that's 3 successes. So yes, you can know from where you are. Kind of the give or take direction that you need to go.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've got it about figured out. And or I guess I could have just pulled up maps on my phone.
You
Yeah.
can also do that. Sometimes we forget.
Yeah.
We're in
Because
the,
we're going from literal dragons flying around to
Yeah.
having smartphones.
Right, yeah. My phone's pretty handy. But let me see. Okay, yeah, I think I pretty much know where it's at. So I guess as we drive, I just give Oliver directions on where to go to get us there.
yeah, it's easily like a 30 to 40 minute walk. It's pretty much the other side of Chicago.
Okay.
Willis Tower is over there on Lake Michigan.
Yeah. I've been to it.
So, while we're driving, can I ask a question to the father?
He's not.
When he gets back.
When he gets
Yeah.
back, he can.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, my son.
Oh.
Hey, so
And hold on.
father,
there.
I want to ask you, can I confess something to you?
Normally it is done in a more private setting, but if you do feel that you need to confess,
Yeah, no,
I'm happy to hear you.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate if you give me an open ear. I want to confess. I feel so bad. I've not been the best at picking up my dog's poop, and my neighbor she stepped in it, and I just feel so bad about it. I lied and said it wasn't my dog's poop, and I feel so bad. I just want to confide in that for you.
Is that the only sin you have committed since your last cleansing?
Well, I've not been really going to church, and I just feel so bad for some reason about that. But I do feel a lot better talking about it, actually.
Go ahead and give it 5 Hail Marys.
Did I just say Hail Mary like 5 times?
Honestly, this is on me as a player. I didn't do my research on what the fuck they're supposed to say. Blake, you're the Catholic.
Hail Mary. Hail Mary is a full prayer.
Yeah,
It's not just say Hail Mary.
right.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
It's
I
like
am,
Hail
Hail Mary,
Satan.
Hail Mary,
I'm,
Hail Mary.
I'm Methodist, dude. We are the most chill of the branch. It's like what do you?
It's like recite the Lord's Prayer 5 times, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? So Marcus would know that, and he's going to pass that on to Thomas to recite. He's going to have it on a little laminate card.
Yeah.
Just because he deals with a lot of people that don't know it, myself included.
Yeah.
But let's just say that's on me as a player.
Yeah.
But I have a little laminate. I feel like most priests have laminates of prayers like that.
Yeah, it's fair.
Now you do this in your downtime. You don't do it out here. You make sure you are committed to wanting to free yourself from the sin of lying.
Thank you very much. I feel so much better, and you know what? You are awesome, and glad to have you with us.
I hope I can say the same after the night's done. Peace be with you, though.
Thank you. Peace to you as well, and everybody else. That's awesome. Thank you.
I'm gonna go finish up that Reese's I opened while I was sitting there making a drink. Fucking made me run.
Yeah. As we're, I guess, on our way, I'll kind of nudge Jack a little bit. Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Oh, I've been all right. Haven't done much of anything. I've been working my ass off. If we get another job like this, I'm hoping I can quit my day job.
Fucking kidding me? My keyboard just broke.
Uh-oh.
Not my keyboard. The part that it slides out on. Those damn kids. I probably wouldn't quit my job, but definitely make it a whole lot easier.
How's I'm gonna say this like kind of low so nobody else hears it. How's it been going back, after everything that happened?
I'm totally fine. I got nothing against the animals.
Okay.
They're animals. They're gonna do what animals are best at.
Well, sure. Sometimes you just, have to approach things in a way that, sometimes you just got to show forgiveness. Other times you just want to, let it all out.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I've always loved animals. They act like animals.
Okay. Does it still hurt?
No.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know. Can I notice that they're whispering?
Yeah, you can.
I'm just gonna.
You can-
I'm
No,
not trying to listen in. I just want to acknowledge
Yeah.
that I can hear them.
Yeah,
but
of
I
course.
can't understand what's saying. So, kind of little sus, but that's about it.
I'll look up and wave to the father.
I'll whisper louder. We kill him in the morning.
I'll shove you. Shut up. He's joking. Don't worry about him.
Father does not break a fucking smirk. Just he pulls a cigarette out and lights up another. And just kind of leans back towards that shitty ass half window that most vans have, and just kind of.
Okay. Austin, what does Los do during all of this?
Kind of sits quietly because there's a bunch of music in the background.
As I'm driving, I'm just like, well, Hail Mary, we're almost here, guys.
What?
Hail
That's
Mary, right?
No,
That's a good.
That's not how you use.
That's not how that works.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's not.
No.
It's not like a good thing to say. Like, we're here, guys. Woohoo! You know what I mean?
Hail Mary, full of grace.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a prayer. It's not like a chant at a football game.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like, woohoo, we're here. Hail Mary.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll say that within. You know, I'll say that inside. All right.
You do that.
That's
You
that.
already
You know what?
said it
That's how it
outside.
should. Go ahead. Say it internally. Scream it internally.
And then under his breath, Oliver says, "Hail Mary."
I can just imagine. I can imagine Father Marcus be like, "Scream that inside," and we just hear Oliver just.
Yeah.
So, McAnally's Pub is located in the building basement, under the street level. Its main room, it's downstairs to get to. So as you guys go around back to find a place to park, and you all kind of, I don't want to say fumble out of the van, but it's kind of what we're going to be seeing in this small journey.
Yeah.
What does everybody do?
I'm immediately casing the perimeter of the building and trying to see if I can find any security cameras.
Okay. There are no security cameras on this side where next to where the pub is. You do see across the street that there are some security cameras that are up, like just standard street cameras
Yeah.
and traffic light cameras.
Okay. Are they facing the entrance of the bar?
Actually, none of them are.
Okay.
Which, as someone that's in securities, you'd think that the security cameras, like the cameras, would be looking at all four corners of a road.
Yeah, I find this placement very odd. Okay.
I get out and I look at the entrance to the bar.
Okay. It is down a set of stairs.
I'm going to remove my collar, the white collar, and kind of loosen
From your
my
friar tuck?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, DM. I'm going to.
Storyteller.
Yes, Daddy.
Ooh.
But he's going to remove the white, snap on. So it's just a black polo, or not black polo, but a black button up, and kind of take off the top button on it, kind of loosen out the shirt a little bit, untuck it, and just. Oh. And he seemed to start kind of reciting a prayer to himself. Just kind of.
Okay.
All right. Looks like we're gonna get our exercise today, guys. Let's get more steps in, and maybe we'll get a little dance in.
I'm not dancing.
I just want to pause to say, Tom, I love what you're doing, and I don't want you to stop.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah, no,
you are
no
the
matter
light.
how mean,
You are the light that shines in this darkness.
no matter how mean or uncaring Jack might seem, me, Bob, absolutely loves it.
Yes, I do too.
Appreciate it, y'all.
Not a fan of how you tried to butcher the prayer, but
Yeah, okay, to be fair, as a Catholic, that little just random Hail Mary you're throwing around, that only goes in football.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would probably,
And even then
that makes
I don't agree with it, but I understand it.
dude. That's probably why I, in actual real life, hear that. I forgot that's where I hear that from. Okay.
All right, so
All
as
right,
you make your way down the steps to the pub door, there's a large wooden door that simply just states McAnally's. As you go to open it, it slides with kind of a just strange grace for the weight of the door being as big as it is. It opens and shuts so smoothly. As you open it and step inside, you see that the main room is colored in very earthy browns and sea greens. Items and structures are arranged around the number 13. There's 13 wooden pillars, are elaborately carved with scenes from old world fairy tales. 13 tables are scattered about in the free spaces. The bar looks crooked with 13 stools, and there are 13 fans overhead.
I don't like it.
The pub itself lacks any modern electronic amenities such as TVs or games, but you do notice that in one of the corners there is a piano, and there is someone there playing just little piano tunes. No, like, Billy Joel or anything, just gentle piano. Everyone roll me either your highest form of...
And a lot of words in there, fuck.
Give me 1 second. It's wits plus composure.
Wits plus composure. Okay.
So just a sidebar here for everyone. Wits plus composure is considered your perception skill.
Okay.
So if you're ever saying, if I say roll perception, it's wits plus composure. Or if you're saying, hey, I want still 2 successes. So for everyone that got a success, you happen to notice that on one of the far ends of the bar, on the wall, there is a sign. The sign itself looks old, and it's made of wood, and just carved into it is a corded neutral ground. I will
Like where like a ground wire for some like an electric socket.
here. I will put it in here.
I'm sure me and Bob hear that there's a ground in the wall, against the wall. We think of a very different thing than you all. Go, piss on it. There's enough salt in it.
Yeah. Need more salt there. Pee on it. Go up to the bar. Y'all got any salt packets? There's a ground in the wall.
So just a quick question. It only matters if you get 1 success.
Correct. As long as you get a success, you succeeded.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's put these up here.
But
So
I just go ahead.
I was gonna say, so the other thing, so you see, about all of you do, that there's a couple of people in here. 8 o'clock on a Saturday evening. You thought it could be more lively, but it's very few people. Most of them look to be kind of old, frumpy men. There's 2 girls at one table, dressed almost like go-go dancers, smoking like long Japanese like pipes where purple smoke plumes out. And then at the bar, you see a man. Just slowly wiping up. He's about 5'11", 5'10", 5'11". Real stocky build, not overly muscular, but not fat. Just like he's built bigger. Very bald head.
different.
He's bald and clean shaven. His shirt and pants are of like a dusty brown color. But one thing that all of you do notice is that his apron that he wears over it is white, and looks like there's no grime or anything on it, despite the fact that right behind him is a grill where looks like several meat patties are being ready to be put onto buns.
I kind of nudge Tom's character and go on, Happy.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to ask. Hey, barkeep, can you hear me? Okay.
Let's barkeep on Discord.
You calling him?
Yeah, barkeep radio check.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's loud in the bar or not.
Really, most of the sound of piano and like there was some chatter. It died down a little bit when your group walked in, but for the most part, it's just very, very quiet there.
Yeah. Hey, barkeep, can I get some water? I can't do an alcoholic drink because I'm driving. But I was just curious, can I get some water? How you doing?
Good. He goes over, pours water out of a pitcher, and sits it there in front of you.
I'll take a look at the water.
It's clean.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm thirsty. I was going to drink something earlier, then I forgot. You know how it is. Thank you very much. How's the night been for you?
Well,
Well, can y'all hear me okay?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You asked
gotcha.
how his night was going. He said, "Well."
Okay, I thought it was like, well, and then he was going to go over more. Sorry.
No, just well.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that's awesome. Hey, I was curious. Have you seen anything weird going on around here? Maybe a guy with an old, like a long beard. Maybe he was in trouble. Has anybody been in trouble tonight?
Not tonight.
Been a pretty smooth night for you. I hope it's been smooth. But has there been any trouble at all?
1 second.
I take a drink of my water. Good sized drink.
I'm kind of up against. I'm up against the wall, just sort of looking around, sort of casing the joint.
Okay, so go ahead, Tom. What'd you say?
Yeah, no, I was just curious. So there's been no trouble at all. Been a pretty peaceful night. My friend father and I we're a little out of our element. I don't come here too often. I don't think he does. Looking for a guy with a long beard. Maybe he was in trouble. Any long bearded guys you've seen today?
Long beard. Anything else?
Maybe he has an owl. He has a big old brown owl.
Constantine.
Yeah, Constantine. Yeah. Maybe it would have helped if I gave the name Constantine. I was focusing too much on the details. You know him?
Comes here every now and then.
Well, has he been here now? And where can I find him? I look over at Jack. I'm sorry, Trevor. What's your character's name?
Miller.
Miller. I look at them all. Hey guys, this guy knows Constantine.
That's great. Can you keep your voice down, please?
I'm just lost in thought, still casing the joint.
Yeah, that's a good point. Noise is a big deal. Yeah, no, that we're just looking for him. And we thought we'd start with you, Mr. Barkeep.
Last Constantine was here, he talked about a deal at the Field Museum.
Museum. Been a minute since I've been to a museum. You said it's called the Field Museum?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You know where it's at? If it's close to here? I don't think I've been to the Field Museum.
Yeah, I know where it's at.
Awesome.
Not far from the campus.
Alrighty. Not far from the campus. Alrighty, very good. Father, can I get you a drink? Obviously, something non-alcoholic, maybe like a soda or something.
Son, I wish that you would don't call me father. People gonna get the wrong idea. I'm his daddy. He just likes to call me father for some reason. I don't know.
Do we hear him say that?
I mean, yeah, he said it. McAnally
Mark.
just chuckles a bit to himself.
Thought you
You
said
tell
you
them-
want to be remembered by father, the name you earned rather than the name you were given. You
Well,
and
I
your
earned
fucking
it.
foghorn leghorn. It's ruining my southern accent.
I earned it by plowing this boy's mother.
So, you're saying you want me to just call you Marcus?
Well, I ain't your daddy, am I?
All right.
My thing
Take
is,
it.
I've already started calling you Father. I can try calling you Marcus if that's better. It's just it's gonna take a little minute. I might stumble and say Father by accident, but I will try.
You could be my daddy.
Can I get 2 shots of tequila? And can I smoke in this bar? And I kind of gesture over at the girls smoking the pipes.
You know, the
He
more
nods.
daddies, the better.
Oh,
Choked on an onion ring. All right.
Oh.
Put that in his notes. More daddies, the better.
I think Oliver wants you to choke on something else of his.
Mm. McAnally puts out 2 glasses, reaches down, pulls a tequila bottle that looks like it's got dust on it, brushes it off the top, and then just pours 2 glasses.
how much?
As you go to reach for one of them, he puts his hand over the top. $6.
For both or each?
Both.
That's a mighty old bottle. If you got a special going, I'll go ahead and take advantage of that. $6 cash.
All right. He takes it from you and moves his hand.
I'm gonna pour one glass into the other
Okay.
and kind of sit there and lean back with a lit cigarette at this point. Just kind of, you and me gonna have a talk real soon, son.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You just say when, time and place. I'm there for you.
Your mother's gonna hear about this.
Oh, you know my mom?
Oliver. I think he's upset with you.
Oh no, what I did? I'm sorry. What I say?
I'm gonna down both shots in one fucking gulp. I'm just very much
do.
not amused.
You do. It is extremely smooth tequila. Like you still can taste the agave, but there's no like hint of burn at all.
I've
But
had a
it's
tequila like that. Sorry.
no, you're good.
Kind of wide eyed. Just, ooh, that is good. That is good. I'm gonna drop $3, 3 singles on the counter. Compliments to the chef.
He pours you another glass.
For me,
Anything
Okay.
else?
no, you know, I think I'll do all right. My boy here, he is a designated driver. It is his wedding night, after all. Hence why he's a little happy.
Yeah,
I think Oliver's the only idiot here.
yeah. I pat Marcus on the back. Yeah, we're making sure we're taking good care of him. I'll be more than happy to drive him, and yeah, we're gonna have a good time today.
Jesus. Just swing back the third shot and just gotta. Oh.
Does anybody else do anything?
No, I've just kind of been kicked up against the wall, kind of along the side of the entrance, and I've just kind of been watching the activity to see if there's any suspicious movement anywhere.
No, I mean everyone's pretty much at this point gone back to their drinks and conversations.
Okay.
Alrighty. So yeah, if you guys know where the Field Museum is, I don't. But I think we should be able to get there. I'm ready when you all are.
Yeah, it's right next to where I went to school.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What is a field museum? Is it a museum of fields? That's my first thought.
That's exactly what it is.
Field of Dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
I look over at Jack. Did you hear that, Jack? It's a field museum, a museum of fields.
Yeah, the name kind of just tells you what it is.
Fooled me. Yeah, I don't really do anything else or look at anything else. Start walking up the stairs.
Okay, give me a second here.
No problem. Guess I'll look over at Mose. Are you a bar guy, Mose? You like going to bars and such?
Sometimes. I'm not really much of a people person. Don't like crowds.
Yeah, I'm a big crowd guy myself. I work around too much people as it is.
Yeah, I just sit at a desk all day.
Yeah,
But at least people leave me alone.
yeah. Well, that's good. I try to keep the peace. I got a guy I work with who's a pain in the ass, but he is what he is. I just kind of work with him. It's his world. I live in it.
Yeah, I am one of them girls over there smoking the pipes.
All right, so you got up from the bar. As you did that, Mac immediately starts to go ahead and clean the glasses up. Tom, you were heading straight for the door. Mike, what did you say you were doing?
I mind those girls with the pipes. Just
Okay, you do.
kind of looking at them, enjoying their night. Couple go-go dancers.
Yeah, I mean they do. They dress like, go-go dancers, like kids these days, like tight leather skirts that are shorter than they should be, even for paid actresses.
They drinking?
They are.
Can you describe them, please?
I mean, not sure why a celibate priest is eyeing these girls, but one of them, they're both wearing the leather. One's got bright, fiery red hair. The other one's got like a neon blue.
Express Joy. I put espresso joy.
Again, yeah, they paid y'all a little attention when of course you came in, and then just went back to their drinks and their night.
I look over at barkeep. Hey, excuse me. It's this, if I got your name right, you're Mr. McAnally. Is that right?
Yep.
Your establishment is very welcoming. I'll say that much. I like it. I like it's very down to earth. Can I send me two of them shots over to them ladies over there? You boys mind if I take a moment to speak with them, kind of preach a little bit of the Lord?
Without you, Oliver.
Yeah, no, I'll sit this one out.
That's
I'll-
probably
No, I'm already walking up, so I'll just wait for them at the stairs.
Mac pours 2 more shots of the tequila, and then looks at you.
all right. Fine. Kind of pulls out 10. You're robbing me, son. But damn it, there goes the fuck one. It's
As you slide the 10 across, he immediately pulls out 4 and slides it back.
You keep it. You're doing the Lord's work. Kind of wink at him.
He, at those exact words, he does give a bigger grin than he has this entire time.
My man. So, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I got some words to preach out. Y'all take care of my son now. It'll be his big day tomorrow. I'll be right with you. So I just want to talk to these lovely ladies a little bit. And I'm going to accentuate when I say lovely, because as I'm walking, kind of gesturing towards them.
I
Okay.
just messaged this because I didn't want to interrupt role player's story, but I'm following Oliver out to the steps. Just like, why don't we just go wait in the van, buddy?
You know what? I like the idea, and you know what? You are awesome. Thank you, Jack.
Don't know what I did to be awesome.
Well, you just have an awesome aura to you. Is what I'm picking up.
You have one. There's something about you for sure.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I don't. Not very many people say nice things about me. You know what? Thank you very much.
Okay, just, bookmark here. Tom, are you okay, buddy? Do you need to talk?
No, I'm good.
I'm just saying, there's a lot coming out with this character that I'm worried about you.
No. It
No,
it's
you,
just
you don't want to like go into like a private chat, just you and me, buddy. You need to something
No.
you gotta get out there, like an intervention or something. Like, is it work? Not it's like someone bullying you home or at work. Like, what's going on, buddy? You okay?
Other than
no,
Saturdays,
yeah, we're good.
Do you feel safe at home?
Yeah. Other than right now with all of us bullying you. Other than that one, are you okay, buddy?
I mean, I can. So real quickly, I think Blake probably knows the character. That I'll say real quickly. But on Hades, there's a guy that I was trying to like channel a little bit. His name is what's the guy that the god of wine?
Dionysus.
Yeah. So I was trying to channel a little bit of Dionysus and his cadence, and he's this guy that just has a really positive vibe to him. And what I was just trying to go for was a character whose his positive vibe kind of carries the voice. So that's something that I was going for.
Yeah, good
No,
shit,
you
man.
definitely,
I like to
definitely
hear
are,
that.
buddy.
I've never played the game, but you made me interested in at least one character.
Yeah, no.
No, I definitely like it, buddy. I just not many people tell me that and all this. I was like, you good, buddy? It's like the second time your character's been like detrimental to himself. I'm like, everything okay?
Do we need to stop
No.
bullying you for
Yeah.
15 minutes?
No, this is very much taking inspiration from a fictional character. No, thank you though.
I do love Oliver though.
Oh, thank you.
Oh no, Oliver's great.
But that's just a little background from his inspiration. So yeah, that is one. I appreciate you asking, but that is taken very much from another character's inspiration.
Okay. So you and Jack are heading out. What about you, Los?
I'm observing what the preacher's doing.
Fair enough. And then Trevor.
I see them heading out, so I'll just kind of look around, and I guess I haven't really seen anything too suspicious, so I'll just go ahead and head out right after that, like in behind them.
I was gonna say I do look back at Miller and just kind of do this like you wanna go? You don't gotta stay here. Look.
No, I'm coming along.
Yeah,
It's all good.
you're gonna flashlight.
So the only person hanging out now is me and Austin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of like look over at Los, just kind of like gesture and be like, "There's two of them. Come on."
I mean, these girls look barely old enough to actually be in this bar. Los, I don't know his age, but Father, from your description, I don't think you've hit your prime yet, but that prime number's a coming.
He's doing what he can. He doesn't get out much.
He's walking up. I keep getting older, but they stay the same age. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
All right, so before as Marcus is walking up to them and as Miller is heading out, Miller actually was fumbling in his pocket and drops something on the ground. Just looks like a small, almost like a very small beeper of some sort. And he almost trips as he was doing so.
Oh, whoops.
So we all see that.
The people walking
Marcus, Los, do you and Jack had already left?
Okay, gotcha.
And then the girls see it too, and they just kind of giggle to themselves and go back to the conversation.
Let me know when it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Yeah, I've left the building now.
Okay. As me and the girls both, all three of us turn and look at that. Can you believe some people just cannot handle themselves in a situation? Good evening. My name is Marcus. Just kind of slide one shot over to each of them. Now I had my third up there, but y'all look a little bit dry. I do want to make sure that I'm initiating professionally. May I inquire as to the age of both yous?
So, first of all,
Yeah.
can you roll me presence plus expression?
Okay.
Let's see how you look to these girls as you're having this conversation. All right, so a 9 and a 10. So you got a 10, so roll again. Five. So 2 successes. So yeah, okay. So the blue hair girl doesn't look like she sees you, but she doesn't seem like she's very, like, I want to say not necessarily that she's shy, but it's more of she's not sure how to really interact with you. The fire redhead does more of a, like, the little giggle and just says, "Not that old."
Well, clearly, I can tell y'all are enjoying a nice night out. Normally, people of my stature don't find themselves in the presence of such company, but I just want to inquire as to making sure I'm not barking up the wrong tree. Oh, did I say that out loud?
The redhead's still giggling, like she's enjoying this little interaction. The one with the blue hair just keeps rubbing her left arm. She smiles at you, but she's, like, again, not really sure how to have this conversation.
Well, you know what? I understand that it can be a little uncomfortable in present company. Now, if you want, I can definitely go get myself another partake of the liquor. I just wanted to be a little friendly and make sure I pass some on y'all's way and get to know y'all a little bit better.
Might I interject? Kind of a weird way to spread the word there, Father.
The redhead, father.
Uh-oh.
Thank you very much for your insight. Now, I don't believe you've been taught how to address the use in a public scenario, as I've gone through the clinical trials for.
Oh, addressing the use. I didn't realize my age. My bad. Okay. I don't have gray in my hair, so
Maybe somebody's just looking for a shoulder to cry on, or just at least someone to talk to. And
is that usually prefaced by shots of tequila?
usually it loosens the lips, at least lets somebody able to talk.
I don't think those are the only lips you're aiming for.
Well,
Now both girls are giggling.
well, if you wish to be left alone, I'd be more than happy to abandon your company. Or if you wish to be more in the company of my companion here, I'd be more than happy to leave you with him. I just want to be a little bit friendly in a bit of a lonely environment.
No thanks, we're good. Thanks for the drinks.
Okay. Well, if you do need anything, this is the number you can reach me at. I'm gonna lay down like another copy of a laminated card. I keep like, as I assume, laminates with the number of the church. And
He's
everything
got a
on it.
fucking stack of them, dude.
Yeah. Well, honestly,
Like
like
this
that's
many.
well, that's what I thought. Like I imagine they're like business cards for like a preacher, you know?
The redheaded girl
Yeah.
just giggles at it, but the blue hair girl actually takes it and puts it in her pocket.
Now, if you need anything, you feel free to reach through at that number. You can find the number for contact of anybody that's able to listen for an open ear. And you can find my personal contact on there if you feel that you don't wish to speak to an establishment, but to a single person in a safe environment.
Just remember, ladies, a prayer a day keeps the father away.
Nice.
Mr. Lowe's, if it was a word outside.
Instigate.
Oh my God.
He dropped the mic and left.
You didn't say he walked away, so.
A word outside, if you please. No, I'm gonna stay here with them.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm staying.
So, outside, Jack, Miller, and Bud
But
just need Coors next.
Yeah.
Jack, Miller, and Oliver are waiting around the
Waiting
van.
around the mystery machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party van.
the Krieger.
So I look over at Miller and I ask, so Miller, tell me more about these field museums. Like, what? I've never been in one. What is it like?
You ever been to Nebraska?
No, but I've heard of Nebraska. So the state Nebraska, yeah, but I've not been there.
Well, there's a lot of fields in Nebraska, see?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Like farming fields.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever been to a farm?
Yeah, I've been to a farm. When I was really little, it was a hayride. I really like hayrides.
You ever been in a Turkish bathhouse?
Yeah. You ever seen a grown man naked?
Bailey's from a shoe?
Why don't you ask them if they do hay rides when we get there, Oliver?
Well, I'm a little too big for a hayride, but you know what? I will.
I don't know, Oliver. You look pretty light. Feel like you could take a hay ride.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Who says we can't have a good time while we're looking for this Constantine guy?
That's right. That's the way to look at it.
So at this point, Marcus and Los come out of the bar. Los just strutting along. Looks like he's not got a care in the world. Marcus, on the other hand, looks I wouldn't say off put, but probably about as close as that as a father could get.
No, I
Y'all
just want
find
to address
anything out
one
there?
thing. Mr. Miller, you left your pager on the floor there. I didn't feel like retrieving it because it looked like it was a bit of something that might have been done on purpose. But if you'd like to go get it, I'm sure it's not been moved.
Oh, I assumed I picked that up on my way out. I sort of tripped over it. Did I leave it in there?
No, you picked it up.
Okay.
my
Yeah, no, I got it. It just fell out of my pocket. I've got so many pockets, stuff from work, and sometimes I forget to empty them, and just fell out,
Okay. I just want to make sure that you weren't leaving nothing behind. I know that I myself am not technologically inclined, but I know some of the people that are prefer not to let that leave their being. Now, you,
Yeah,
on the
no.
other hand, Mr. Los, I'm just not even going to give him time to talk. I'm like, all right, you picked it up, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
Mr. Los, I do not appreciate you inhibiting my attempts at least discussing the matter with somebody. I didn't care that you were there. I was not trying to be sneaky or disregard your presence. But you cannot simply approach somebody in an environment such as this with just the simplest regard of let me speak to you about your religion.
I was just making fun of you.
Well, that's perfectly fine. You're more than welcome to make fun of me behind my back or with others or in private.
I mean, it's really funny just to see it right there. How you reacted to the girls and how the girls reacted to you. It was really great.
I take it you do not find faith in salvation.
Salvation.
Salvation of your soul, sir. Kind of like start tucking my shirt back in.
Careful, you got a stain right there. You spilled your drink.
I start kind of cracking up, and I look over at Los. What did you do to him?
Oh, just remember, a prayer day keeps the father away.
For those of you
Okay.
that may not feel that this is a serious matter at hand, I understand, to each their own. But please do not impede on me making the attempt, at least, to speak to others about their salvation. I will ask that of you going forward.
I wouldn't say so much salvation, but there's always a rule, Father. It's half your age plus 7, and I think you exceeded that number.
I'm laughing out loud.
I look over.
Stifling a laugh, and now I am also cackling.
I look over to Father. I'm like, Father or Marcus. I'm sorry, which one? What does it mean when a prayer a day keeps the father away? What does that mean?
It's simply something that some of those that wish to not mind what their soul shall do after they pass on wish to joke about. That's
Oh,
perfectly fine. That's fine.
okay.
Now, I'll still pray for you. I just wish that you would offer me the same respect that I would indulge on you.
Yeah, I'll put it on my Facebook. I'll put you in my thoughts and prayers. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Oliver, give him some respect.
You know what? That's fair. That's 100% fair. You got it. Now, do you
May
go
we
by
proceed?
Father Marcus or Father Marcus?
We were in a bar trying to gather information. I didn't
You
think
told
it
me
was
Father
needed to.
Marcus.
I didn't think it was needed to be that apparent that a father.
The man's just trying to protect his image.
Thank you.
There's
I
nothing
understand.
wrong with drinking.
So a priest walks into a bar.
That's the old joke, so you can understand why he didn't want to have the thing on.
I didn't think about that. Hindsight 2020.
What is that thing called, Father Marcus, that you put on your neck?
That thing upon my neck is called.
We're waiting.
You can wait a little bit more while I recall. Hey, Blake, I'm sending you a PM.
Yeah.
It's simply a clerical collar.
Pulls out his cell phone and opens Google.
Yeah.
Not too good with these new technologies.
It's normally worn by those of the clergy, and it is just simply meant to represent those that are ordained.
Right, but what's it called?
It's a collar. Simply
No,
nothing
this is
more.
the collar.
It is a clerical collar.
That's
Can
like-
we please proceed?
Have you put the collar back on yet?
No, I'm still getting everything else straightened
Okay.
up. That's the last part of my address.
Okay, I got you. You know what? Let's just solve. I'm gonna get my phone out, and just type in, what is the white collar that priests wear called? It's called a friar tuck. See,
You're religious and you're wrong. This is your faith. I found
You told you
clerical
what they're
collar.
for.
It's known as a friar tuck.
Yeah, he said that earlier.
No,
Friar
what I
tuck,
found was clerical collar is what it's called.
So we got to say
FRIARTUCK.
But hey there, Oliver, you want to go ahead and hop in there and get those keys turning so we can get to this museum?
You got it, Los. Let's do this. You want to ride front with me?
I think the father might.
Yeah, you're right. Father Marcus, get up front with me.
At least I have a window.
All right. I know how to get us there, so let's roll.
As we're driving, I asked the group, did anybody notice anything weird? I know they didn't. They said nothing was weird in there, but something felt weird. Not sure what it is though.
It was weird. I can confirm that. There was
Okay.
something not natural about that place.
Would I be able to like ascertain what neutral ground meant on the bar, just from seeing it?
No.
Or would that have been a part of what I checked on?
Because I can make the connection, but I don't know my character. So.
I would say for pretty much all of you, being as new as you are to your roles, that that really doesn't make much sense to you for those of you that were able to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, something was definitely off about that place.
Did the barkeep seem weird to you? He seemed weird to me. Very weird.
Seemed like a friendly enough guy. Didn't want to be bothered, but can't blame him.
Don't know too many barkeeps. Don't really hang out at bars.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I could be looking into it too much. Yeah, could be looking into it too much. All right.
Hey, you're looking at us back here. Focus on the road, Oliver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where are we going anyway?
The Field Museum.
That's right. I forgot.
Which is back towards the the Willis Tower, actually.
Yeah. Making our way downtown.
I'm presuming Miller's giving me like lefts and rights to take as I'm driving.
I've got maps pulled up.
Yeah. Every now and then he's like, "You're going to take a right. You're
Yeah.
going to take a." Yeah. I'm just assuming that conversation's being had.
This way, Oliver. That way, Oliver. This way, Oliver.
And in the meantime, and normally like when I drive and I'm if I'm like stopping or slowing, I'm looking around, checking and looking to see if everything's as it normally is.
Okay. So yeah, I mean the night itself is still cool. It's probably almost coming up about 10 o'clock now as you reach the front of the Field Museum.
Okay.
So first and foremost, the Field Museum definitely is not a museum of fields.
Right. Much to Oliver's surprise when we arrived.
To Oliver's surprise and chagrin.
Yeah.
Not just
This ain't a farm. This isn't a farm. You guys said it was a farm.
not just my character's surprise, but my legit surprise. I don't know what the fuck a field museum is.
So this is the front of the Field Museum itself. The Field Museum sits on the outskirts of Lake Michigan.
Yeah, I've actually been there.
Very enormous, and the number one thing that people see here is Sue, which is the world's only complete Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They
I
are
did
the
not
only
know that.
Yes, they are the only museum that has a complete skeleton.
And it is fucking massive.
Shit. So this is like an archaeological museum.
It's a natural history museum. The Field Museum in Chicago is a natural history museum. So obviously the museum is closed. You guys, there's fine parking. There's parking like, to the right along the shoreline of Lake Michigan.
Is there like regular parking? I'm guessing there's plenty of parking.
Yeah, I mean the museum itself is closed, so there's
Yeah.
there's
I
parking,
mean,
and where the museum's located, there's not like anywhere near where the nightlife would be for people to park there and then go about downtown.
mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna as we're hopping out of the van, I'm gonna kind of do the same thing and sort of look up and see if I see any
Jeez, you rolled a
security cameras.
37. Wow.
There are plenty of security cameras in this area.
Excellent.
Alrighty. So we're here, but not sure if we can go in. Sure if we go in, might not be a good time.
Well, it looks like it is closed. Now, what was it that the bartender said? That there was some kind of a deal going down here?
Yeah,
This
yeah, I'm
is
pretty
where
sure he mentioned that.
Okay.
This is where Constantine was coming to make that deal.
Well, okay.
Remind me again, what's the name of the owl?
He likes to be called Daryl right now.
That's right.
Yeah. He's
Don't
going by
call-
Daryl at the
Don't
moment.
call
It-
him.
it-
Don't call Constantine as master.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. That's wrong. You should never say that.
If I Google the hours of the museum, like what does it show for their opening time and closing?
I mean, you could probably Google it.
I'm doing
That's what he's. That's what he said.
9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay, so it is closed. Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to start walking like around the building, just sort of casing the joint, seeing if I see anything or sense anything off. Like just on the outside of the building.
You're just abandoning the group.
Yeah, I'm just kind of walking off on my own. Like we're parked at this point, I guess. So
And I mean, to be fair, you guys are. It's not like you're a real party at the moment. There's a picture of the full field museum. It's quite large.
yeah. So I'm just going to start like sort of walking the perimeter and just sort of be sensing anything strange around or seeing anything like telltale.
Okay.
I would like to go with you.
Yeah.
I don't even say anything.
With
I'm
me?
moving a few feet
Yes.
Behind him.
Okay. Come on.
And
He's like, oh, I didn't know it'd be that easy.
I guess, and while we're with them, I'm looking for anything like scalable. Or
I mean,
any
there's
fences
some
potentially like
potentially what?
the potentially hot.
I mean, there's some trees, of course, up in the front, as you can see from the image, and then some railings leading up the steps, but it's otherwise fairly flat in the front
Yeah.
area there.
So I'm looking to see if there's any other people out in this area at this time of night.
I mean, there's people walking around with it, even with it being late. Couple of vagabonds and homeless people. Otherwise, it's people that look to be like they're leaving work or getting ready to go to work, and just getting through cars. Like I said, from the actual it's like the area around the museum is very open field for where they've got it placed at, and then it's actually on the lake itself too.
Are there any lights on inside the museum?
Oh yeah, there's definitely lights on inside the museum.
Okay.
I'm just taking a general. Like I'm a few paces behind Marcus and Miller, but I'm also just taking a general look around / feel around. Like if I feel anything is off, like how we all kind of did before about like this ain't right, or like when I got the letter, how I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're taking the long walk around the building, like I said, there are many security cameras, of course, along the outside. Everybody roll me your perception.
Okay.
So wits plus composure.
Let's
Oh, sure.
now. Do I add anything because of my specialties? Because of the nature of what we're looking for, or
Let's see here. I got you.
I got no successes. Or
Now,
Seven,
you
nine,
actually could roll intelligence plus computer and add your security,
okay,
because that's a specialty field that you have. Instead of doing wits composure, you could just do wits plus computer and then add the extra one for security.
so
Just
you say wits or intelligence?
Wits.
Wits plus computers plus
Yes.
security.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you say a 7 is a success?
No, an 8, 9, or 10.
Okay. What if you roll a 1 with no successes? Does that like have a
That
detriment
means
effect?
you failed.
Okay. That's all it means. It doesn't mean like I like took like a hit or anything. Like
Now, in combat, it would have, but
Okay.
here, no, it just means that you had a failure.
okay, gotcha.
Damn, I rolled really well. So I had 2 10s and I did 2 rerolls.
You got an 8 and a 9, so you got 4 successes total.
Let's see.
Or-
1,
ooh,
2. No, I got
1,
way more than
2,
that.
3, 4, 5. Okay, well, you've got a 1, so you can only get to roll one of the 10s.
Oh, okay. So
So we'll
I
just
guess
say that you rolled the 8 there.
yeah.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got a super success.
Okay, perfect.
And then
I had a success and 2 fail.
I had 1 success. Only had 1
Success.
success. I got a B.
Okay. And then Ags's was 3 10s. And then his second one was a 6, 7, 6, so 3 successes. So, and Bob, you got a success and a fail.
1 success, 2 fail.
Where's your second fail? You rolled a 7, 9, 10, 7, 1.
The 1 takes away the
10. So you just had no successes or failures. Oh no, there's a 9 there. So you just have 1 success.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good. I thought the way
Okay.
you worded it, I was looking for like a fail here.
Oh, okay.
So the only person that failed was Tom, and everyone else
Yeah.
did succeed, with Trevor having a super success. So, as far as like security wise going, all of you that succeeded notice that there are many, many different cameras pointed at not only the doors and windows to the building, but also many of the outlying outskirts of it. Trevor,
Yep.
You notice that while all of these cameras are pointing in all these directions, you see that most of the windows also seem to have security on it. When you guys turned onto the east side of the museum, a cluster of cameras are actually not on and recording.
Hmm. Well, there's something off here.
What you seeing?
These cameras aren't on. A little strange.
I start waving my
Especially-
hand. They're not recording? Like they can't see this? That at all?
No, they're not on, which is especially doubly odd because they're closed. You'd think for sure they'd be trying to keep an eye out.
So they don't know these are cut off.
Yeah.
Or maybe they cut them off, because there's a meeting going on, and they're not supposed to be here.
Okay. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. And I'm going to continue around the side of the building and find a little secluded spot. And let's see here.
I'm gonna follow him. I will mask my footsteps though.
Hey, everybody.
No worries.
So, Austin, as your character turns the corner, you see Miller pull his hands up and looks like he's almost typing. Trevor, you
Yes.
as you're starting to feel out in the museum, you definitely hear there's the standard like computers whirring and
Mhm.
the movement of certain cameras like going back and forth. But there's no audio playing like from any speakers or anything like that, but you do every now and then hear what sounds like the chirp of a walkie-talkie and just locations being pressed. Like there's guards walking around in certain parts of the museum.
Yeah.
But you notice that from the distance that you get there, none of those are actually in the side that you guys are on where those cameras are turned off.
So there's activity on the opposite side of the building from where the cameras are turned off. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That are holding electronics, which is what you'd be able to decipher with your ability.
Yeah. So am I getting clear video feed?
From the cameras that are on, you do.
Okay.
And you see most of the museum. There's Sue, of course, in the center.
Yep.
And on the other side where you see security guards walking around with flashlights, it's over in the more early natural history. So the underwater where the ocean part is, where they've got the mammoth, and that part versus the only parts you don't see where the cameras are completely turned off are the more like closer side where they did like the Romans and the actual human history side.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and come out of it. And I'll start making my way back towards the group.
Okay. As you go to turn around, Austin, make me a dexterity stealth check.
It- There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, fair enough.
Damn.
So Austin, Los actually was very much able to see this interaction and head back towards the group before Miller was like turned around and even noticed that he was there.
Okay.
So while Los and Miller were off, what were the other three of you doing?
I was supposed to be hanging out with Miller, but he said he needed a second, so I gave him a second and just kind of let him
Yeah.
go do his thing. I was wondering if that would have entangled me somehow in all that.
I mean-
go ahead.
No, go ahead, buddy.
I think when Miller, I did hear him make a signal. He said, "I'll be right back." And at first, I thought that was Trevor saying, "I'll be right back," but it was his character. So, in turn, when he did that, while I think we all stayed together, I stopped moving and just started kind of watching the area, maybe kind of doing a stakeout, if you will, just looking around.
Jumps into a shrub and just like pulls
Takes
up
out
one
a pair
of the leaves.
Takes out a pair of binoculars, watches from the bush. Any strange things? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I guess I'll just make a comment to Father. I hope he knows what he's doing. I feel like he could get caught. Right? That's bad. That's being caught. Getting caught going into me seems a bad thing, right?
But we're just standing here, ain't nobody doing nothing.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do anything under the eye of the Lord. Anything bad? No, not at all.
Oh, we're just standing here.
Okay.
Menacingly.
He's sitting there. Wee woo.
That is Oliver. I just saw the ad. Thought it sounded cool.
Dude, it's my hero.
Yeah.
Okay, so so as you guys are having that conversation, Los walks back up, and then not too much longer after that, Miller does.
Welcome
Oh,
back,
so
lovebirds.
What do you think we should do, Miller?
Well, I just took a peek inside, and it does appear like there are guards in there. It's a bit odd that some of these cameras are turned off, but if we do have to go in for whatever reason, we're going to have to be trying to explain to security why we're inside a museum after hours.
How about you start by explaining us how you took a peek inside?
I just went around back and,
No.
well, truth be told, there's windows that you can look in. So
I'm
I
gonna
just
walk over in the direction that he walked a little bit and just kind of see if there's any windows.
There are windows back there.
Are they closed? Or there's
also windows right here where you're standing.
yeah, there's people in there.
There's people. Okay. Why? You know what? Never mind. Let's just get done.
We're fresh out of leads out here. I'm not seeing any sort of strange activity, but apparently something went down here, so I don't know where else to look.
So is there a door like where the cameras are off right now, like around us?
There's no door on this side.
There's no door.
No, there's
These
the
are-
main door up front, and then there's doors in the back, like like how they get things in and out, like warehouse type door style.
Okay. So the cameras are off, like where we're at right now.
Mhm.
And there's a window in front of us.
There are several windows.
Are they just slated, or they look like they're latched? If I can like try to push against it just to see if it kind of.
Well, being of janitorial persuasion, I can feel well to tell you that you've seen these windows before. They're mostly like the same windows that they use in schools, where it's the ones where they come out, so that you can open it up for air, but not so much further that kids can try to escape for freedom.
Okay.
Oh, that's how you get COVID.
Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants.
I'd be careful about that if I were you. You don't want to touch that. You might set off the alarm.
I do like a little like I mimic him as I'm like pulling my hand away from the door or the window.
I'm going to give you a very confused look.
So, any ideas of where to get in it?
Beats the hell out of me. I mean, I guess we could just knock and see if somebody let us in.
Sure, that would go real well.
Right. But no, I'm fresh out of ideas. There's something happening in there, though. There's just something too fishy about half these cameras being turned off.
Now, listen. I much like every one of y'all appreciate the opportunity of $500,000, but I don't know about getting into trouble. What this could like do to my job.
You on probation?
What'd you just say, Oliver?
Look, guys, I'm not saying that I was ever in trouble, but I may have, stolen a certain amount of money from a public private business, and therefore cannot be caught doing that again.
Oliver actually brings up a pretty good point. We were told we wouldn't have to do anything illegal to find this guy.
So
let's
just go walk in the front door then.
They might be
Maybe the
expecting
answer
us.
ain't inside.
I mean, wouldn't hurt to check.
We could. And if they say no, we just gotta turn around.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start jauntily like jogging towards around the building to go to the front door. All right, and I'm like,
You do.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
He's a madman.
What did he say he was doing?
Jauntily heading towards the front door.
yeah.
Hop skipping up to the front door.
Well, I mean, I'll fast walk. I don't know if I'm gonna skip. I'll just like fast walk, like how old ladies would in the mall. Like
Power walk.
Yeah, power walk.
I mean, think about it, Miller. Sometimes, especially from a scientific standpoint, the easiest solution is often the correct one.
Yeah, I kind of said it as a joke, but I mean, I don't exactly want to get busted trying to break into a museum.
That's why we just knock. I mean, we got a weird letter. Who knows?
Yeah, something's going on here. Just keep your guard up.
Remove my color as apparently we all make our way up there.
Here
Because
we
you
go
already have
again.
spiritually.
Okay. So as you guys approach the front door, the very front itself is in darkness. It's extremely difficult to see through the glass, as there's, a second door to get through further in, because, you're buying your tickets to get into the real museum kind of deal. Like, it's a good distance to get to.
Do you see any security guards in there, Miller?
Well, I did on this side over here, but I mean, I could only see so far into the building. There's people in there. I can guarantee that. I saw it.
I'll try the door.
It's locked.
It's locked. Okay. Well, it's locked. So we're either doing illegal stuff or we're turning around.
Yeah, $500,000 is on the line. I'm not exactly thrilled to turn around.
I mean,
I
yeah,
knock on the
and
door.
that's a really good point. This money might not be our money. It's not our money. It's just a piece of paper that says it has money on it.
Now, don't get too philosophical. That's a lot of money, buddy.
Well, it is a lot of money when I have it, and I don't have it.
Anybody got any ideas?
I'm knocking on the door. I'm not like pounding on it like someone's trying to murder me, but I'm knocking hard enough that I think someone inside will hear.
Well, that was going to be the only other thing I could think of. It's pretty stupid, but that's all we got.
About as stupid as someone saying they want to be known by the name they earned and then hiding that they're a father.
In a bar.
No?
I can't help it that you never earned a dignitary title, but that's all right.
Tis Faja.
Sounds like you were more ashamed of being a father.
I'd rather not be located inside of an establishment of the sorts when representing the church. Here I am, doing such now. And yet I'm by your side, not leaving you after you've knocked upon this window. Is anyone coming yet?
There is no answer from inside. No.
My other idea is that we wait till morning.
There's hope they leave. I
Yeah,
guess.
I suppose we could come back when they're open, but
Did we have a time frame to complete this job?
I was just thinking that.
I don't think he told us. It seems, I mean, if he's paying us this much money to get somebody back, it seems like he's, willing to wait, but not, I would assume, terribly long, but,
Well, we know he's supposed to be in here. We know where he is. We can either
Well,
wait for him to leave.
we know a deal went down here. I don't know what that was or when it happened.
Could always go back to the
Can-
bar.
Can we
Oh, I
hear
don't want to drive
anything-
across town again.
Can we hear anything from inside?
Roll me your perception, Tom. Wits plus composure.
Okay.
I don't think I'm ever gonna memorize what perception is and stuff like that.
Dude, I have a.
Why do you
my
think
little-
every time I say perception, I keep repeating wits plus composure? Because I'm trying not to forget it.
Yeah.
Well, that gives me comfort
It's-
knowing the person that's played this so long gets to still like, I am struggling to
Yeah.
remember.
No, I've played full
No
campaigns in this
fucking
game, and I still fucking forget what perception is. Like, I had to go bring up. Oh, I've got like 20 tabs up here. For one for like each of you and your fucking nonsense abilities, and then the other 15 are. If they do this, what do I do? And I'm like, yeah, goddamn, what do I do? Right,
Yeah.
wits plus composure. That's what it is. I know that.
I wouldn't say status is a nonsense, merit, but
I rolled a 9, but I rolled a 1.
So that would be you did not fail nor succeed.
Darn.
So
do
there
you hear
is
anything? You hear nothing. I don't know.
you mostly hear the banging that Jack is doing on the door and the father and him arguing back and forth.
Well, I'm trying to think of an idea. I'll get an idea here in a little bit. Give this the time to marinate, and maybe I'll come up with a better idea. But I got no ideas right now.
You there, Miller? You said you heard people. You saw people at a window.
Well,
Can
I
you go to
saw
that
them.
window?
Yeah, I saw a guard walk by on that other side, but
Why don't we try and greet him?
well, I mean, we've tried knocking. They're not coming to the door. You mean like go up and
Go,
hit, like bang on the window or something, get their attention?
go to the one that you saw somebody at.
Well, I guess I can try to get their attention, but I mean, I doubt they would just let some individuals walk into a museum at night. The problem is there's people in there doing their job, and
Well, we tell them, well, we have a job and we're meant to meet with Constantine.
you prepared to do some convincing? Because I am not.
Well, it's either that or we sit up here with our thumbs up our rear ends all night. Get a hotel, you got a hotel nearby? I got a room and board. I don't know about you.
I mean, I have an apartment. I live here.
Well, so be it. I feel like at this point we either try our bets on this bet or we try and just wait till the morning and figure out where they went from after we left.
Well,
I'm willing to be by your side as we talk to him. Worst to worst.
I appreciate that, and I'll help with what I can. Like I said, look, I'm a security specialist for my company, and we actually provide these security cameras all over the city. And it's weird that these are turned off on this side of the building. There is something happening in there, and I can't prove what.
I have a plan. I've had a thought. It's marinated. I want to tell you all. Tell me what you think. Okay.
Okay.
This is
So-
good.
What if we approach the guard and let him know that we have somebody here who's looking to cleanse the museum and that we are escorting him, so that way they'll let us in and Father can cleanse and he can make sure that there are no evil spirits. And that way we can get in.
How are we going to get their attention? Jack's been over here banging on the door, and nothing's happening.
He been knocking, he ain't been banging. Now, rarely do science and religion ever meet with each other, and I highly doubt whatever's going on in there is going to be formal enough to be sufficient for a cleansing. I say we recommend that we are talking to Constantine and we are here with his entourage. See what happens. Worst to worst, we get turned away.
Or we follow the cameras until whether the last one's off and see where that leads us.
You want to follow the cables.
Yeah, why not? See how far they go.
Well,
Okay. I mean, I'll go with you if you want to check it out.
that is a thought. That's better than getting someone's attention if that is what we are trying to avoid.
I don't know these people. I'd rather not talk to them.
I feel the same way.
All right.
But-
Sounds like a good plan.
Convince somebody while it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Hey, can I check out your museum?
Right? Yeah, they're not going to let us in.
Quite what I propose, but let's see what goes on at the end of that. Why?
Let's. That's a good idea. Let's go check on if we can find like where the transformer is outside. Maybe something was cut, or maybe they were just turned off remotely. I don't know.
Maybe they got a guard outside we can discuss the matter with.
Yeah, we haven't been on the west side of the building. If somebody wants to check over there while Los and I go check out the power supply.
I don't think that we should be splitting up at this point because half of us get in, the other half ain't gonna know shit.
Okay.
Pardon my language.
Mm-hmm.
None taken.
Sounds like we are a packaged deal. I'm all for that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
He's beating on the door, huh? Yeah, all right, we're going, we're leaving.
Sitting there just pounding. Sounds like we're a package deal. All right. I like to imagine this whole time I was not just pounding on the door. I did it for about 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, no, you said you
I
were
also
like
never-
you knocked on it so that somebody in earshot would hear, but not fucking.
Yeah.
But I
Help
also
me.
technically never said I stopped doing that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I think I like it better that this whole time I've just been going.
Makes you wonder just as you leave if somebody finally answers. Like,
Just some-
well, cornered, I
some-
stopped, just like
It's like just some emaciated, scraggly dude just like banging on the front door.
you
So we're
robbed
trying-
my lamp.
so we're trying to follow the cables to the cameras. Is that what you suggested?
I believe that's what Los wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Follow the string of cameras that are out to the end.
Yeah, let's see if we can maybe find that transformer.
Okay. Like most of Chicago, 85 to 90% of the cabling is underground.
Oh,
You do see in the farther distance along the east side of the building where you guys were, where the where the cameras were cut, further down there are other buildings where there are large transformer poles, and then many of those wires continue on underground or to further out that way. None of which look to be cut in any way.
hmm.
So they just lead to a generator.
I mean, if you keep following them, they eventually probably would.
But I thought that's what the end game was. We were trying to follow them to wherever the end of it was.
Well, he was just looking for a transformer along one of the major poles, but most of Chicago has everything underground.
I just wanted to see where the cameras were turned back on. Is what I was going for. Like following all the dead cameras that are off.
So the dead cameras are just along that east side that you guys have been to. As far as the south side, which is where the entrance is, everything there looked on, and y'all really haven't gone through most of the back of the museum, which is the north side.
Okay.
So, or
Yeah.
you haven't really looked at the west side either.
Okay. If we're already back on the east side, then I say we just go ahead around back and make our way to the north side of the building and just see, and we'll just make like a full circuit and see what's going on.
Let's keep her moving.
Uncover more of the map.
Okay. So as you guys make your way to around the building, do. You see that, of course, towards the back, it also almost looks kind of like the entrance. The big difference is that it doesn't have the pillars in the center. And there are several large bay doors for getting in and out the exhibits.
Okay.
As you follow it around, most of the cameras are off until you get towards the past the first bay door, and then the cameras are back on.
I'm going to point up to the little light that's on the camera. Okay, so the east side and the back side, these are off. The ones over there are on though. That's so. There's something going on inside there.
Maybe
Yeah,
this
this
is their
doesn't seem
planned
right.
escape route.
I don't know. They definitely don't want somebody seeing that side of the building or back here for some reason.
Is there anything in the corner then?
I don't know. Let's keep on. I mean,
How about-
I don't really care that they can see us. At worst comes to worst, they come out and we get to talk to them.
Is there an entrance or an exit on that side of the building or in that corner? If we're covering the left wing and the back wing, we're gonna make sure that everything in between is covered. So I feel like your best method of in and out would probably be right in between both of those. That's the most coverage.
Good call.
What do I know? All right, I'm gonna start heading towards that corner of the building. Look to see if there's any on ramps, out ramps, just like loading docks, shit like that.
I mean, we have this bay door right beside us.
Yeah, there's the one loading bay door that's here where the cameras have not, like, where the cameras are not active.
Is
Well,
that
these
closer-
cameras are. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask how close that is to that corner that I was describing.
I mean, none of them are really by any of the corners of the building. You guys
Those-
came around one of the corners where the cameras are still not active onto the north side, and that's basically the back of the building, and that's where you're seeing like the loading doors.
These cameras back here are off. Somebody want to try that bay door and see if it opens? Just a wild guess.
Is it a button? You just push a button?
Oh, that sounds loud. That's probably very loud.
There's no button that you can see.
Does it have like one of those handles like you pull up like a manual garage door? Or
Yeah.
Are there any dock lights?
There are lights on back here.
But like specific lights, like as part. I'll show you what I mean.
We are extremely
Any
cautious with
lights,
this
like, with the
museum.
Any
know,
lights
I'd
that
have
was
just
about to
broken a
show
window
up,
by now.
or
I say we just go up and talk to him.
that would be illegal. Any lights like that, or like a blinking red and green?
No.
Okay.
I'll just try to push up on the door to see if it gives.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, would you look at that?
Oh, nice, Los. Did you do that? You open it up?
No, it
No,
wasn't
I think
me.
Marcus did.
What?
I
Good job
totally
opening
didn't.
that door, Marcus.
I've been with you the whole time.
I'm just going to slowly turn my head and look at Oliver. Of course,
Well,
he
I
opened
guess-
that door.
Well, like I said, package deal. If we go, I'm going.
Start praying under my breath. I'm just gonna like put my cigarette out.
just keep
I assume we're going
I'll
in.
start moving towards the loading bay door.
your eyes peeled. There are people in there.
Okay. So you guys enter the building. And that's where we're going to stop for the night.
Okay.
Okay.
So, first of all, awesome job, guys.